defending the crown, Game 1, opponent Niagara. Result? A 74-51 defeat for the Quinnipiac University Bobcats, and 18 straight now for Trisha Fabry and company. Welcome inside the Rebound here at the Times Union Center, presented by Q30 Television and Q30 Sports. I'm Morey Hershgordon, joined alongside Quinnipiac basketball beat reporter Tom Cunningham, the man they call TC. And TC, right away, Quinnipiac got out to a hot start, and that aided them tremendously.
Yeah, right off the opening tip, we saw Paula Strautmane she scored that first basket, and right from that point on, the Bobcats really never looked back. That first quarter ending 14-4. The Bobcats forced 9 turnovers. We've seen it all season long where they really get things going on the defensive end, where they play tough defense, and then it ends up turning into strong offense, and we saw that right from the get-go.
And despite the hot start, it was 14-4 Quinnipiac at the end of the first period, but Niagara kept it close. It was double digits at halftime, but then throughout the third quarter, it was 6, it was 8. Quinnipiac really couldn't get the Purple Eagles to shy away.
You know, I think that's what you have to expect in a game in March. You know, a team they're not going to give up. They're not going to fold easily. We saw Quinnipiac jump out to that early lead, playing really. They dictated the pace for much of the game, but a little bit in that second, third quarter. Niagara really got back into it. They started playing their game. We saw Tiffany Corselli get loose a little bit on the offensive end for Niagara. She finished with 19 points, 5 of 10 from 3. So, you know, the Purple Eagles, granted, they struggled in the regular season, but they're coming off a first-round victory. Every time you get a first-round victory in March is obviously going to boost your confidence. And then coming into this game, they know they had to play probably their best game of the season to have a shot at beating Quinnipiac the way the Bobcats were playing. And they came out and they stayed strong, and they never gave up.
Eventually, the Bobcats balloon that lead past 20. They win by 23. The two Q30 Sports players of the game, Paula Strautmane and Sarah Shewan, combined for 42 points, 18 of 26 from the field. What'd you see today?
Sarah Shewan came off the bench for Trisha Fabry, and she really was a spark plug off the bench that this team really needed. Didn't see much scoring from Erin McClure and Maria Napolitano today, who are two of the top scorers for the Bobcats, but it wasn't needed in this one. Sarah Shewan, with her 24 points, outscored the entire Niagara bench. Niagara just had 1 point off the bench. Sarah Shewan with 24. Anytime you have a bench score that's going to chip in 24 points, it's going to be tough to beat you. 41-1 in total. Quinnipiac's bench outscoring Niagara by 40 points. Shewan's 24 points were a career high and also a season high for any Bobcats player in the 2015-16 season. And then on the reverse, the defense by Strautmane and Shewan was tremendous. They held Sam Ledzinski, to lows throughout the season, 6 points and just 5 rebounds. Yeah, the game started on the defensive end. We heard Sarah Shewan and Paula Strautmane talk about it in the post-game press conference, where they both mentioned that they had to really zero in on Lipinski, as you mentioned, Morey, because she hurt the Bobcats in their 2 matchups earlier this season, with 19 points and 10 rebounds in one, 11 points, 19 rebounds in the other, and the Bobcats really had to zero in on her to make sure she didn't do too much damage down low.
Scouting by Fabry and company, always tremendous. The double down low, forcing Niagara to shoot multiple jump shots, aided in the victory. 18 straight. Tom, a semifinal game against either Fairfield or Monmouth awaits Sunday morning at 11 a.m. But does the opponent really matter now that they've won 18 straight?
I don't think it matters. I think if you're Trisha Fabry squad, you'd rather face Monmouth. Fairfield, we know, has much more experience. They're more senior-laden, and they have Kristen Schatzline. She made first-team All-MAC, and she can really shoot the ball from 3. And if she gets going, she could put up a big game, and she could be someone to watch out for Quinnipiac. So I think they'd rather face Monmouth, but really, I don't think it matters.
51% from the field for the Quinnipiac women's basketball team, 46% from deep. Tom Cunningham, thanks for stopping by.
Thanks for having me.
Once again, a 74-51 final here at the Times Union Center. For more information and exclusive coverage about the Quinnipiac women's basketball team, visit our website at q30television.com. And don't forget to check out us on social media at Q30 Sports and at Q30 Television. For anything Tom Cunningham has to say or any of his coverage, visit him on Twitter at TomCunny13 and myself at Mahhersh, Mahhersh. For Andrew Badillo, the entire crew, and Tom Cunningham, I'm Morey Hershgordon. We'll see you next time.